gather again. Settle yourselves, dear ones. Bathe in the golden light of your Creator. Open your crown to receive the highest vibrations that you are able to hold within your being, simply by intending that you receive whatever is in your highest good, whatever is that you need at this time. And allow these gentle frequencies of golden light, just like a gentle golden shower of water, to bathe over you gently from head to toe, filling in your entire physical form. See the golden light like an energetic ball, building in areas of discomfort or heaviness for rejuvenation, regeneration. And allow this golden light to expand beyond your physical form once you are filled on that layer, and feel that you are complete. And then overflow out into your other layers of your being. You may also, if thoughts or people that are of concern, see them wrapped in gold. Or you could put them in a box wrapped in gold and hand them to your angels. Let them take care of whatever it is. Let it go. For it is not for you to fix anyone, take on anyone's situations or challenges. You call them, occasionally they may call them problems, but they are never. It is simply an experience. But their perspective is obtaining a clarity, so to speak, to assist them on their journey. Just as you all have many experiences as well in the same type of, we'll say, practice. Learning to reframe, to look at things differently as you have been learning, hopefully listening, and applying what you have heard and learned. There is no need for any concern in your lives, for all is well, always. If you maintain this knowingness, then everything always works out. And you know that it always does. You never know how, but that is not for you to know, just as we said already. The universe and Spirit, your guides, your teams, all are orchestrating, working together for your highest good. And the more you focus on being in alignment and trust and faith, not blind faith, but faith in a divine plan, divine timing, divine flow, as you are divine beings of creative nature, then all is well all the time. It just may seem you get a bump in the road, but it's okay. It's just a bump. That's all it is. It makes you pause and reflect. And that is good because it helps you get clarity as you go forward on your journey. And the more clear you get, the more focused you get. And the more focused you get, the more intense your, we should call it energetic transmission of thought. And the more intense your energetic transmission, the more magnetic pull. And the stronger a magnet is, guess what? It pulls things in faster, doesn't it? So, the more you focus on whatever it is, the more intensely good you feel about whatever it is that you're thinking about. That tells the universe, this is what I want. But you're shouting it with a volume, intensity, and feeling so good while you're sending out this vibration that you're not thinking about how anything happens, because you're just feeling good just thinking about it. And this is the main point we wish you to understand. You must feel good about whatever it is you're thinking about to create it. Because just the opposite is also true. If you're thinking about something and it makes you feel really, really bad, and for those that you know are, as you say, worry-warts, they simply are focused on the negative and the potential negativity that could happen. They are focused on creating something negative, even though their words say they don't want it on some level, but their thoughts and their words keep talking about whatever it is they don't want. And it should be no surprise that they manifest the very thing that they don't want, because they're feeding so much energy into it. It does not matter, positive or negative. Intensity is intensity. Magnetic pull is magnetic pull. You have the free will to choose whatever you focus on and give intense, laser-like focus by your thoughts and your intense feelings that are generated by whatever it is you're focused on, because the feeling lets you know if you're focused on truly something that you wish to have in your life as opposed to something you don't, because you feel good or you feel bad. It is so simple at that level. Focus on the feeling, and many, many speakers have talked about this, but we are fine-tuning a little bit to simplify this concept. For all of you understand these concepts at some level more than others at this time, from all of the different experiences and teachings that many have shared. And so we want you to pay attention truly consciously, because your awareness now is at a level where you do understand more. And so as you understand more, it's time to apply more consciously. And dear ones, that is when things get fun. You asked for synchronicities. One of you asked, and look what you received. It was fun. This medium used to do stuff like that all the time also, although she wouldn't get 3 in one day. But she would also get things in threes. For that is the Trinity. It is a power number of sorts. It is a very spiritual number, just like the triangle equilateral sides, 3. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and such. So, when you ask, be prepared for the signs. But you must be in alignment with what you are asking for to get the confirmations, to get these fun synchronicities. Because if you are not in alignment, you're still throwing doubts. And perhaps you get a sign, but you're not aware enough to notice it. And so it goes unnoticed and you think, something must be off. I didn't get any sign. Well, maybe you did, but it was so subtle, or you were going too fast, or you were so busy in your mind that the butterfly that flittered past your face, that often symbolizes perhaps a loved one, you were asking about that loved one, went unnoticed because you were running down the street and looking down instead of looking up. It can be that simple, dear ones. Just be more mindful in your day. Go at a slower pace, or we should say more at a pace of awareness, and notice your surroundings. For nature will give you signs. It is all around you now with your spring flowers. Rebirth, renewal, new plans, new beginnings. Look at it around you, all the flowers beginning to bloom because of the warmer weather. The birds are singing. As you say, spring is in the air. And so use the beauty that is around you to lift your spirits. As the flowers begin to bloom, focus on that appreciation and gratitude for the beauty and feel that vibration, because no matter what gives you a sense of vibrational appreciation and gratitude, it doesn't matter, because that is the vibration that will bring you more things to be appreciative and grateful for. And you won't care what it is, because there'll be the surprises and you'll be, oh, that's so much fun. More gifts, more surprises. And the more you align with this vibration, consciously, you begin to expect fun things to happen. And just as this medium has mentioned many times, she wakes up saying, I look forward to the gifts and surprises today. But she had to consciously force herself to get excited for a period of time to reprogram, to create a new neural pathway that makes it now easy to do so and get excited and expect fun things to happen. And not every day is it something big. It could be something as little as a phone call from someone that she hasn't heard from. It doesn't matter. It could just be a little aha. It could be, oh, I had something delicious to eat for dessert today. It doesn't matter. But when you're not thinking about how or what needs to happen to make something align, and you're just feeling your way towards your desire, that is when the magic occurs. That is when the synchronicities and the fun in your lives unfolds before your eyes. And dear ones, that is what life is all about, is noticing and being in a space of alignment and allowing for the universe to create these gifts for you, to prove to you that you are lining up with exactly what you're asking for. So the more signs you get, just start celebrating. Because that means it's like the baseball analogy, you're in the home stretch. You're heading home. Goal or whatever. It's good. Do you understand? So feel the excitement within your being now. Just imagining and thinking about what it is, whatever it is, that you wish to manifest in your life. Not just for yourself, but for those around you, for the world around you. Imagine how you would feel if you were already doing it. And if there is any doubt that you can do it, this may be a little bit uncomfortable, because you may have some limiting beliefs that you still need to clear. But if there is no block from you thinking about this, then you have zero doubt that you can do it. And you have zero doubt that you are able to do it. That means that you have complete creative potential, belief in yourself. You don't have to know how you're going to do anything. You never know how you're going to do everything. The how presents itself when it's time. But knowing and feeling as though you already have what it is that you have been asking for. If you're not smiling right now, and this medium's eyes are closed so she cannot see, but if you're truly not smiling when you're thinking about this and imagining it, oh my, how I would feel when all this is truly in my space. I've created it. Oh my. Woo! It's like icing on the cake, as you say, or whatever. You should be feeling really good just thinking about whatever it is. This is how you know that you are aligned. And if you don't feel really, really good, then maybe what you're trying to imagine is a little too big for you to believe. So turn it down a notch. Find a space, find something that you can be 100% believable and focus there. Because whatever you focus on, you create. And if you focus on something that even makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, then you're actually throwing negative energy against what you're trying to create, because you have this push and pull, and so it will not come into alignment because you still have doubt. You're still throwing, think of it as a negative polarity. And the magnets repel each other because they're opposites as opposed to attracting each other. Or they're, yes, but you understand the analogy, yes? So focus only on what you can truly get excited and believe is possible. Start with something small if this is a new concept for you. Start with something that's an immediate, tangible, perhaps, concept or thing or whatever it is. If you get too big too fast, you haven't taken the steps to creating smaller things that help build the belief in yourself that you can create bigger things. So use the stepping stones. Just like you have steps, you go up and up and up. Up in, we don't want to say levels, but essentially, yes, it is like raising the level of your believability in yourself to create. So the more you create the small things, the more you acknowledge yourself that when it comes in, whatever it is, you must acknowledge that you did it, because that creates more belief in yourself. And as you create more belief in your ability as a creator, you begin to awaken your consciousness that you are truly an unlimited conscious being capable of so much more. You're only getting started. There's so much more to each of you beyond this physical form that you cannot even comprehend yet with your physical brains what you are capable of. But you are able to sense the vibration with which we are working. And so we are using the vibrational assistance to expand your vibration and consciousness. And eventually, the vibration will affect the physical. And eventually, you will get more knowingness. And eventually, that will lead to more understanding and more awareness and the ahas that are often mentioned. When you go, like ding ding light bulb, something just clicked that you didn't understand before. So everything is a process. Remember this. You are still learning in these physical forms. You came here to learn and remember who you truly are and what you are capable of. And because you are so filled with compassion and love in what you are intending to create, it makes it even more magnificent and blessed. Because you are not just thinking of yourselves. You are thinking about a greater good. And yes, knowing that you will be taken care of, because you cannot help others if you are already not cared for. The perfect analogy is on your airplanes. You have to put the air mask on your own face first before you help someone else. Yes, the oxygen mask. They always tell you, take care of yourself first. So remember this the next time you try to take care of someone else first and you're not in a good space. You must be aligned and care for yourself before you can help anyone else. And then when you are in a state of alignment, you are able to more easily help someone else. But remember, dear ones, you cannot do their work for them, for they are also on a journey. And they must also learn from experiences that they are creating from their own thoughts and their own vibrations. Because you don't know what anyone else is thinking or feeling truly. You can try to figure it out, but you don't. Half the time, you're not even sure of exactly what you're feeling. So until you figure that out, and you're in your own body, there's no way for you to know what anyone else is truly feeling or thinking. Because they can mask it with their face, with their body language. You don't know how they are experiencing the world. You only hear their words and see their actions, but you don't know how they feel, so you cannot take on their stuff. You can guide, you can advise. But we suggest you be the light, you be the example to set for others to follow instead. And that way, you just focus on being the best you that you can be from a space of alignment, compassion, and love for yourself and others. And focus your thoughts on whatever it is that makes you feel the best you can possibly feel from one moment to the next. And it will be a little roller coaster ride because you have a body, you have experiences. We said the best you can feel. You can't feel bliss all day unless you're perhaps a meditating monk who's been doing it for 20 years. We're not saying do that. We're just saying feel as good as you possibly can throughout the day. Always focus on that, and you will be in alignment. You understand? Others must focus themselves as well and learn to focus on feeling as good as they can. But if they're so programmed for feeling and focusing on the negative, they're going to have to learn as well. And how can people learn if they don't have examples to mimic? So learn for yourselves first and be the physical, visual example for others. Because when you are ecstatic and happy and enjoying life and others are not, they will look at you, and you know this, they'll look at you like, there's something wrong with that person, or how can someone be so happy? There must be something going on, right? You've seen people like that. They can't comprehend that life could be so good. But it is because they have never thought that it could be. But that is not their choice, usually. They have been taught, just like all of you were programmed with certain thought patterns. But you have done the work to assist yourself out of those, identify them, and release them over time. But at some point, you had to make a decision that it didn't work for you anymore, right? Certain ways of thinking, you just realized at some point, you know what? I'm tired of thinking like this, and it doesn't make me feel good, so I'm going to try something else. Did you all get to that point at some point in your lives? That is why you're here. Others will eventually get there as well. Could be well into their elderly years, but usually at some point it happens before that, at some point, because then they realize there's only so much to focus on. They're done living the manifesting type, and they focus more on the internal, more the spiritual, the awareness. But you don't have to wait until you're, as you call, senior citizens to do that. The sooner you awaken, the sooner you are able to shift these thought patterns, release them, refocus, reframe your thinking, and change your vibration and begin consciously creating. And then you have more fun. And so others realize, just as it had taken you however long it took you to come to that realization, it will take others as well time to come to that realization in themselves. And there's nothing you can do to make it happen any faster, even if you love them. Your family members, you cannot do it for them. Just hold a space of love and compassion and be the example yourself. Okay? This is the message we have been asked to give you this night. Blessings, dear ones.